So at Dirt Farm Freeride, I actually won this set of EZ Hawgs, and it's warm, it's sunny, I've got free time, I'm gonna get out and skate, and I figured why not review the wheels that I've got. These are the small ones, but yeah, I'm just gonna get out, skate them today. Sort of as I go, I'll just talk a bit about the wheels. I don't think they're like especially new or anything, so maybe this isn't super relevant, but I figured, hey, they're new to me, I haven't heard much about them, and yeah, I'm gonna review them. Wow, these are crazy slippery. At least, they're stone ground, so they slide right away. There was a car right behind me, so I pulled up onto this path. Right. Be a little bit careful now. It gets steeper, so I'm going to be sliding further. These are very slippery. I guess you could say easy. They're very easy. Easy to slide. Wow. I guess immediate initial reaction, very slidey. Not super fast rolling, like this isn't a crazy steep road, but they weren't very fast. Very smooth, very slippery. Gonna take a few runs to like get an actual feel for them, but yeah, straight away first run, they slide super easy. When I did that squatter at the end, they were a bit icier, like I threw my hand down, but that'll probably just be me needing to adjust to the wheels. Yeah, fun wheels right out of the box. Boom, keep skating a bit. I've done a few runs of the straight, got some good clips and have a good feel for the wheels, and I think I'm going to do like one bonus from where this path cuts in that I dropped in again from on the first run. See if I can land the squatty this time, since I didn't. I put my hand down the first time. Then I might call it for this spot, just seeing it's so busy. It's like 2:30 on a Thursday. And good weather or something, but oh well. There's just an insane amount of traffic. I've been waiting here for a couple of minutes and there's just been cars going by. This is bonus for sure. Yeah, traffic's picking up. That was bonus. Yeah, I'm starting to get a lot of dirty looks and there's a lot more cars now, and I kind of don't want to blow the spot because it's like the only thing I have close to home. So I'm gonna call it there. But first impressions more so than a review of the EZ Hawgs. They were really slippery to start with, and then I don't know if it was just me getting used to it or if it was like the sort of stone grind in the skin breaking in. They became a lot smoother. Really fun, easy, controllable wheel. Very slidey, but not too icy. They do slow you down a bit, sort of. I want to say they're really slippery and slidey for the first half of a slide, and then they sort of quite quickly slow you down, kind of like exponentially slow you down halfway through the slide. The roll speed's pretty slow. Granted, this road's a little rough and it's a bit headwindy today, but overall super fun for like a freestyle-y, slidey, stand-up slidey kind of wheel. Really excited to try them on my double kick. I think it'll be really good on that. Yeah, it's first impressions. Hopefully I can get out on these wheels again soon and sort of give a more well-rounded, you know, discussion of the wheel, but these are my first impressions anyway, so good skate. Okay, well, it's been like 2 months since I filmed the first part of this video for the EZ Hawgs review. Just been super busy and haven't actually skated these wheels in ages. So yesterday I got out and skated them at one of our local spots. Yeah, tried them on my double kick and on my big board, and yeah, just sort of got enough experience on them to talk about them properly for a sit down, more review kind of side of things. So yeah, I don't think I mentioned it at the start. The EZ Hawgs come in at 63mm tall and 32mm wide. They're 78A and they come stone ground. They also have like a ton of colors, including these cool swirly type colors, which, yeah, kind of cool. Yeah, so they're a pretty small wheel. They're on the softer side, but they do slide really, really easily. Super slidey wheels. So yeah, small, fun, colorful wheel. I guess I'll start off by saying I feel like these wheels are kind of underhyped or underappreciated, just, yeah, underrated, I guess. I don't really hear much about them or see many people skating them other than like the Lanyards riders, which is super interesting because what everyone seems to want these days is snakes. And what are snakes? They're just slidey, smooth, and durable. And these wheels are slidey, smooth, and durable. As someone who doesn't ride slidey wheels or snakes very much at all, it's hard for me to see too much of a difference between these and snakes. There's obviously like a few differences, but as far as like the type of wheel, these are up the exact same alley. Like these are the exact same style of freeride wheel as a snake. And I just don't see many people riding them, which is really interesting to me. So yeah, I guess that's one thing to point out. Yeah, we'll talk about my experience on the wheel. They were way too slidey for me. For my preference and how I like to skate, way too slidey. I like something with a bit of feedback. I like feiny wheels. I like to, yeah, have a bit more resistance in my wheels. These don't have that. These are very slidey, very easy to break traction, very tricky to hook up. Well, tricky's not the right word, but you know, they don't have a lot of feedback. They're very slidey. I actually really liked them on my double kick. They were still kind of slidey on the double kick, but when you get down to the shorter wheelbase, the narrower trucks, like just that shorter board, you want slidier wheels because it's harder to slide on those short boards. So they were really nice on that. I really enjoyed them for that. They were the perfect size for that setup. I'm probably going to leave them on my double kick now as my wheels for that board, just because on the big board they were just so slidey. The spot I was at yesterday, it's kind of tight and narrow. It's like a access road on a mountain. And they were really good there because it's a little bit slower. It's a little bit more tight spacing, and so having a slidey wheel makes that spot a little bit more fun. But they're still too slidey for me. The first spot in this video a couple of months back, it was like kind of the opposite end of the problem. Because the wheel is quite small, it doesn't have the best roll speed, and because it's so tiny, not just in height but like width and just all around, on the rougher pavement at that first spot, you also feel the vibrations a lot more, and that was quite a chundery spot. So yeah, like they're kind of good in like a small tight area, but when you get out into a big wide road, I just found them a little rough riding and slow. And yeah, I don't know, just not really the style of wheel that I like to ride. That being said, like they are really durable. I've barely noticed any wear in them with 2 decent sessions on them. Like I said, even on the chundery pavement, they didn't chunk or anything like that. The lips are still completely smooth. Yeah, they don't really thane, so they're going to last you a long time. I was talking to someone who rides for land yachts, and they were saying, like, compared to a snake, they're nowhere near as durable, but obviously compared to most freeride wheels, they're very durable. So that's something to think about. Yeah, still comparing them to snakes because I still can't get my head around why not more people are riding them. These are only $45. You know, EZ Hawgs, $45. Snakes, $65. EZ Hawgs, there's like 20 colors. Snakes, there's like 4 and they're never in stock. So it's a viable option, especially for the snake kids, you know, younger people getting into it. They don't have as much money. These are gonna last not fully as long, but they're gonna last you a long time. They're $20 cheaper and you can get them in a bunch of different colors. So it's price point, viable option for a slidey wheel. But yeah, with that, I guess we'll sort of get into recommendations for the wheels. Kind of as I've already alluded to, if you like snakes, you'll probably like these wheels. I haven't ridden snakes enough, and I didn't ride these really enough to give you a good direct comparison. Like I can't tell if these are slidier or grippier than snakes. My gut feeling is these are a little slidier just because they're so narrow. But yeah, if you enjoy snakes and you really like the smooth slide, I would say these are probably just as smooth. I found them quite smooth while being slippery. So if that's your style, give these a try. You can get them in a different color or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, these are definitely an option if you're into snakes. Any beginner skaters, anyone looking into learning how to slide, anyone who's still kind of figuring out the basics, these are going to be a perfect wheel because of that durability factor. They're going to be super forgiving, they're not going to flat spot easily. They're also like just, you can leave them on your board and just keep riding them while you're learning and not really have to do anything with them. You're not, you know, you might not even need to rotate that often or anything like that. You can just leave them on there. Those are your wheels. When you're skating, you're coming straight back to the same wheels and have that consistency while being a little bit cheaper than other stuff that's out there. So yeah, highly recommend to beginners, especially because learning is easier on slidier wheels as well. Definitely a really great option for learning how to slide. Just anyone who likes big slides, they're super slidey. If you follow land yachts on Instagram or any of their team riders, you'll see like a lot of those guys are just doing huge stand-up slides on these wheels. I know I've seen Clayton Arthur's like riding his Pro Model board, which is a tiny short little board. I'm pretty sure on like narrow trucks too with these, and just doing huge like stand-up toe sides and stuff. So definitely a good option for really long slides because they're so slidey. If that's something you're into doing, these are going to be good for that. Like if you're trying to go to a longer slide competition at a slide jam, these are probably a really good wheel for that. And I guess the other thing I would recommend them for is if you do like riding the double kicks or the shorter boards, they're a really good option on that because of that slidiness. And the small size means they'll fit on those setups nicely. If you're putting together a cruiser and you want it to be able to slide as well, they might be a good option. Even though they don't have the best roll speed and they're a bit small for going over bumps, like it's just a wheel that's going to slide out really easily when you want it to. Yeah, I guess those would be my recommendations and my breakdown of the wheel. Again, super interesting that I don't really see a lot of people riding them when they're sort of the exact style of wheel that everyone's riding. So I think they're underrated for what the people want. And if you haven't tried a set and you like those slippery slides, check them out. Also, thanks again to Mark at the Dirt Farm Freeride. That's actually where I got these from. I got them as one of the spot prizes because they had
you know, so many prizes at Dirt Farm Freeride, so I got this in the raffle, which was really cool. So these are actually free for me. Yeah, thanks again for the Dirt Farm Freeride, and if you haven't seen my video on that, definitely check that one out, and maybe you'll be there next year and you can get a free set of EZ Hawgs. But yeah.